Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? And women's for the females. So, in this video, we have another GFL Time Council update. This one is, I'm really happy for what they're talking about this week and what's coming up and stuff like that, right? I think this one's going to go on YouTube. So, if it is, let's go, my YouTube family. Drop a like real quick. If you're new, subscribe. For those who don't know, every single week I update my Patreon on different things which the Time Council tells me. And I'm doing them like once a month on YouTube for like every full moon. So I have different messages on my phone which I have to talk about. Now, last week we covered going through death, rebirth, covering different galactic wars because there are galactic wars going on right now. Getting help from different ETs. Before that was about how like there's no more games. Things are getting a bit more serious. Before that was embodying your full power. I have the whole playlist over here essentially. You know what I'm saying? So this was 5 days ago. This was September 3rd. This was August 26th. These were both August 26th actually. You know what I'm saying? So we've had a lot of previous updates, but I'm gonna try to fill you guys in on some stuff. Um, yeah, but let me first start with the astrology, right? So I always start with the astrology and any major astrological events. So the only real one was the full moon in Pisces, which is happening Tuesday, September 7th, right? Now the full moon in Pisces, right, is gonna be about hitting like a certain height and like a certain ultimate point of like releasing, right? So a whole bunch of releasing of inner emotions, and just overall just releasing a whole bunch of stuff inside of yourself, right? A big releasing period, but also tapping more into like your unconscious mind and stuff like that. And when I was when I was getting this message, they mentioned like just tapping more into and connecting more with the universe as a whole. It's like releasing different blocks which prevent you from connecting with your true self, which is also connected with the universe and the greater overall mission of the whole entire universe, right? Because if you're not in tune with the universe, your life's not going to go that well. You're going to also be pretty confused about why certain things happen, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a big releasing, and it's 11/11. Look, bro, you know what I'm saying? 11/11. I ain't playing no games, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be like a big, huge releasing period of just clearing out certain things that held you back for so long from connecting with your inner self and the overall universe, right? Now, things are not gonna be great for like every single person, which I'm gonna get to that inside this video. But let me first also explain this. So I did mention how there's like different Andromedans coming down right now and helping us, right? I even saw Natalie Nadine mention this, right? And also, I had a homie who had an experience of a. It was pretty much a. I call it an Azerathian Pleiadian, right? It's a mix of Andromedan and Pleiadian. And here's how that operates, right? So, for those of y'all who know on my Patreon, right, I made a recent ET enlightenment about Azerath, right? Now, what is Azerath? I was tapping into it way back, but now I'm realizing that what my guides called Azerath is pretty much when the Milky Way and Andromeda collide. Because before before you actually had the Milky Way, Andromeda and Milky Way were one. They were actually one as an eternal realm back inside the metaverse, right? But when the metaverse split into the multiverse and universe, right? At some point you have the actual Big Bang, which starts the universe, and then that's when the Milky Way and Andromeda manifest separately. But they are coming back together. Like this is like fucking like literally scientists already know this shit, right? And that's because Andromeda and the Milky Way were already one as an eternal realm. And that realm was called Azerath. You see what I'm saying? Now understand this, right? The metaverse is from 5D through 7D, right? People always say that we're going to 5D Earth, right? Now, what that really like ain't like okay, shit will change physically, but it's not like you're gonna fucking like one day just wake up inside of a fucking light body, right? Unless you do light body practices and you actually know what the fuck a light body really is, you're not gonna be just floating inside your shit the fucking very next day. What 5D Earth means, right? See, like there actually is a version of Earth inside the fifth density, right? But nigga, we're still living inside the first density, the physical, right? The the physical is not the third density. You know, I always say this shit, right? When niggas say that Earth is 3D, all that means is that we live inside of a three-dimensional space that has length, width, and height. You know what I'm saying? We don't live inside the third dimension or the third density, because the third dimension is fucking height. You know what I'm saying? You have length, width, height, time, space, light, intelligence, will, awareness. You know what I'm saying? So these are all dimensions, aka measurable extents. So we don't live inside the third dimension. We live inside of a three-dimensional space. There's actually, because there's also time and light, which are also dimensions, but scientists say we live in a three-dimensional space. But my whole entire point is, right, when it comes to our plane of existence, we're inside the first plane of existence, the first density, right? And we're going to be staying here. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. However, our consciousness and our awareness will raise higher. So even if we're on the physical earth, we could still be aware of the 5D earth, right? Now, understand this. Like I said before, the metaverse is 5D through 7D. I made a video about this, which is on YouTube right now, about the 5 arc verses, right? I mentioned that inside the metaverse, how you have infinite eternal realms. The eternal realm for the Milky Way is actually Azerath, because Azerath is a mix of Andromeda and the Milky Way. So the Milky Way and Andromeda are actually one as an eternal realm inside the metaverse. Also 5D through 7D shit. Why am I saying this? Because 5D Earth is connected with Azerath. So even if right now we're not fucking mixed with Andromeda, we're currently mixing with them. You know what I'm saying? And that deals with 5D Earth, like truly actually experiencing Earth inside the fifth density, right? So because of that, there's actually beings from that timeline coming here, aka the Andromedans, which are helping us right now. You see what I'm trying to say? And that's why my boy saw the fucking mix of a fucking Andromedan. I mean, they saw a Pleiadian that had Andromedan features, because that's an Azerathian Pleiadian. It's pretty much a Pleiadian, right? That came from Azerath, which is a mix of Andromeda and the Milky Way. You see what I'm trying to say? So long story short, we have different beings from our eternal realm of Azerath who are coming down here to help us right now, which could be seen as different Andromeda beings and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. We also have support from different beings inside of Jupiter. There's beings from Jupiter coming on the Earth right now, helping us to ascend inside our consciousness, right? The beings from Andromeda and Azerath are kind of helping us to they're kind of helping us to heal. Like they're healing the Earth right now. They're teaching humans different things about themselves and how to kind of navigate throughout Earth and stuff like that. The beings from Jupiter are more just about like teaching you how to kind of like ascend. You know what I'm saying? Like these Andromedan Azerathian beings, right? They teach about ascension too, but they're not gonna like. They'll also teach about like who you are as a soul and how to tap into your soul, right? The Jupiter people are just more about like how to ascend beyond your physical state of awareness, right? Ooh, birth for confirmation. Damn, that was really fucking important. They watch how niggas for doing that shit, because I was actually inside the astral and I got contact from a fucking spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a UFO in the astral, right? But like, and the thing is, right? Y'all know I astral project. I have a course for it down below by YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for the YouTube people, it's down below. For the YouTube people watching this, my astral course is down below in the description box, right? So y'all know I do this shit all the time, right? I fuck with ETs all the time, right? But it really hits different when you're actually on the Earth and you see the UFO, because you're like seeing it more like I'm not in space on a tourist talking to ETs. I'm seeing myself on Earth with ETs coming down here type shit. You see what I'm trying to say? So they kind of gave me a form of like first contact in a kind of way. You know what I'm trying to say? And like they were teaching me about they're teaching me a lot of different shit actually. You know what I'm saying? But one message was the fact that beings from Jupiter are also coming down to help us right now and help us ascend. So inside the astral, right? You guys may notice that you're having more dreams about going to school, maybe. Like for those of you who feel like you're ascending right now and you're going to school inside your dreams, you might be getting taught by Jupiter beings inside Jupiter. You never fucking know. So they're also on the Earth right now, helping us to ascend and expand beyond the physical even more. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're doing that because when you have a more spiritual awareness, right, you're gonna be aware of the higher form of Earth and not the lower form. You see what I'm trying to say? All right, boom. So, and that's why, because like when it comes to the multiverse, right? That is 3D through 5D, right? And with the multiverse, there's multiple timelines, which with these multiple timelines, right, in the multiverse, right, they inside these timelines, you have malevolent ones, benevolent ones, neutral ones, all that. Understand that they try to promote all the malevolent ones, all the fucked up ones, all the slavery ones, right? So right now, if you see information that relates to Earth being like a slave planet and it looks like it's fucking hopeless, that is just these malevolent forces trying to put a timeline aside of your face so that way you can manifest it. However, if you ascend beyond the multiverse, which is 3D through 5D, you get to the metaverse, 5 through 7, right? You're gonna see the eternal aspect of Earth. You're gonna have the consciousness of that true 5D Earth, right? That is beyond the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? And that's beyond all the different timelines, right? You're gonna see the highest timeline of the Earth. So if you ascend to 5D fully and ground yourself inside that, you're gonna see the highest timeline of Earth. So even if shit kind of looks bad, you kind of also notice how it's being cleared up. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't want to always buy into the whole entire slave planet shit, into the whole Earth is falling, because if you believe that you're gonna manifest that shit, it's gonna be fucked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now let me tell you different things they had me type out. They said awakening to a whole new side of ourselves and seeing what it really means to be who we are. Seeing more of our great potential and power to be who we are truly meant to be. So during this week and as weeks go on, you might just be seeing new parts of yourself and just see more about your potential. So like, even if you don't feel powerful, you might actually see your potential for power. Here's an example, right? During this week, you might just be chilling and then have a vision of your friend doing some shit. Then the very next day, your friend does the same exact thing that your vision showed yourself, right? So that could show you that, hold the fuck up, I could kind of see the future. I may not have oh my god, let me slow myself down. I might not have full control over what I see, but I see the potential of it, right? You might fuck around, just be chilling and stuff like that, and then practice some pyrokinesis, and then make the flame move just a little bit, which could show you, hold the fuck up. I might not be the fucking top firebender, but I could fucking make the flame move. I could make the flame move just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be seeing more of your potential power, right? Even if you're not in your full power, you're gonna see more of your potential over this coming week, right? They also said moving through gaslighting and doubts. Beings keep on trying to stop us, but they can't. Breaking free from chains and shackles. The shackles being limiting beliefs and mindsets. Accepting who we are in our power, which also comes with great responsibility. So when they said gaslighting and doubts, when they said gaslighting, they kept on showing me the media. Like, there might be different things from the media trying to gaslight you, and also just different beings and different thoughts coming in to gaslight you too, and make you think that you're crazy for certain shit, or that you're not worthy, that you're not powerful, all that, right? So these different gaslight things, right? The different things that gaslight us, right? These are going to cause limited beliefs and mindsets. However, we're breaking free from all that, which the full moon in Pisces kind of deals with too. Hey, nigga, hey, yo, that's crazy as hell. So 11. Wow, that shit just blew my shit. When I said that shit, it was 11:22, and the recording was at 13:44. So 13:44, 11:22. When it comes to the full moon in Pisces, helping us to break free and release certain stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, when they said accepting our power, which also comes with great responsibility, that's actually very important, because people always want to know about how powerful they are, but don't even realize the responsibility which that comes with, right? If you could see the future, nigga, you're best believe that you are now at a more important role, because if you start seeing fucked up futures, you best start changing them, bitches. You know what I'm saying? If you start seeing warning, you best start warning people. Now, that may actually take some time, because sometimes you're not meant to say shit about the future, and sometimes you actually are meant to say certain shit, and learning about that's going to take some time. So like I said, with your great power, best believe there's great responsibility for a fact. It's not just about, oh, I got this cool gift of $1 billion. Like, no, they can find out your power, like find out the responsibility about it too, and how to properly use it. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. Also, it says understanding what these dark times really are. A time to go within and introspect. Learn about our shadows and what we kept hidden for so long. Let dark times bring out your hidden power. For those of you who don't know, right? Dark times is what they kind of call what we're going through right now. And it's really going to pick up during October and November, right? So dark times, that is pretty much a period of darkness and also malevolent energies coming through to kind of divert us off our path, right? Now when I say it's going to be like a dark time, I don't always mean evil in this sense, right? Like that's why I separated the whole, we're going to go through like a dark phase, but also malevolent beings will be coming too. Because part of the dark times, literally, it's just being inside your darkness, but not your evil side, your introspective side. That is why they also said a time to really go with inside yourself, learn about your shadows, and what we kept hidden for so long. You see what I'm trying to say? Because this period of darkness, right, is not just malevolent forces. It's also a time to go with inside yourself and truly understand yourself. A lot of people have been telling me about dealing with denser energies, right? A part of that is because you should be going inside of yourself and then really understanding who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like there are malevolent forces who are coming down here and are trying to mess us up, you know what I'm saying, for a fact. However, these different beings feed off of your own weaknesses, right? Like if there's a being that makes you feel depressed, right? That means that in a natural state, you're already open to depression. So all that's happening is the fact that you're already open to depression. All that's happening now is just the fact that you have other beings who are egging on your depression. They're just making it worse. So it was already there though. They just made it worse, which could benefit you because now that it's worse, you can actually notice it more and then try to change it. You see what I'm trying to say? But let me say this too. They said malevolent ETs and entities making their final attempts to attack. Their system is falling, which means that the rituals that cause you to leak out loosh, and loosh is just pretty much different etheric energies, aka emotions, right? So with these beings, right, will do different rituals, right, to pretty much make you more open to things like fear, hate, greed, lust, all that shit, right? However, even those rituals are falling, which means that you're not going to be as influenced to start leaking out these things, right? Let me say this too, though. Different occults, right? Some of them malevolent, right? Knowingly or unknowingly are doing demonic summoning rituals, leaking different demonic entities and energies into our plane. They're doing this heavy around Halloween and election time. And they also told me how they did this shit for Friday the 13th, which is so funny because, bro. So I got told today how they did this shit. So let me say this real quick, right? Let me slow myself down real quick, right? When they say different occults, right? Or different. So the word occult means hidden, right? Now there's different cults who practice the occult, aka the study of the hidden and tapping into the hidden aspects of reality. Now, not all occults are evil. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do divination, right? That's an occult practice. I'm seeing what's hidden. That's some occultic shit. Occult does not mean evil. However, there are various different occult groups. Some that are actually evil and some that don't know that they're evil, who are summoning different demonic entities and energies. Now, for the ones who don't know that they're evil, right? They're not doing it at like a specific time on purpose type shit. Like some of them might be doing that shit today right the fuck now for no important purpose, right? Like some people, right? Here's what I mean, right? Some people are summoning demons, but they don't understand what the demons really are. And that's why they're doing it, because they think that it's not that bad. It's a whole fucking hoopla. But long story short, demons are being summoned, right? On purpose and not on purpose. Now, when it comes to doing it on purpose, right? They did one ritual for Friday the 13th. I didn't even know that shit. However, once my guys told me that shit today, I did some introspecting and looking back. Nigga, the night of fucking Friday the fucking 13th, I was out hunting that night, bro. Like, and I was doing like a massive demon hunt, bro. Like, I was clearing out so many spaces. That is the same exact night which I got contact from the ETs, the Jupiter motherfuckers, and also some Itataka too, and Itakata, you know what I'm saying? Really Itakata. Those are like the ETs, you know what I'm saying? The Itataka are the god versions of the Itakata ETs, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, that night of fucking Friday the fucking 13th, nigga, I was literally going out hunting like a motherfucker, and now I see why. They was doing hella rituals for that shit. Now, they also are going to do something for Halloween, which I already kind of knew about that, and I plan on going on a fucking feast, you know what I'm saying? I would be hunting like a motherfucker during that night, you know what I'm saying? And then also around election time, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be doing different things to fucking, they're going to be doing different things to some of the demons during the election, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying that because there are different occultic groups that are summoning lower vibrational energies that we need to be aware of, right? However, like I said before, even with these different energies and entities, right? All they're really doing is just preying on your own weakness, which could be good because now you actually see your weakness more fully, and now you can actually introspect, find out why it's there, how to overcome it. You see what I'm trying to say? So, boom. They also said people affected on a mass scale, while soon these occultists will fall. As many people are actually summoning benevolent ETs and entities via hope as well as desperation for change. Consciously calling upon these beings is of the utmost importance. So here's what I mean, right? Here's what they mean also. The fact that people have hope for a greater future, and also the fact that people are desperate for positive change, this is pretty much like you praying for malevolent. I mean, this is like you praying for benevolent ETs and just different spiritual entities and energies to enter into our plane and onto our earth, right? However, if you do this more consciously, they can now come even more because while the different occultists do these rituals, right? You could do your rituals. People already do them every day where they actually hope for a better future and where they actually have desperation for change. So people are already unconsciously summoning these people are already unconsciously summoning these benevolent beings. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time to do it more consciously. Be more open to benevolent energies and entities and ETs coming down on the earth and helping us, right? The more open you are to that shit, the more they're able to actually come down. You see what I'm saying? So they're talking about how people will be affected on a mass scale. Some people will be getting fucked up. However, these occultists will soon be falling, especially as more people call upon the positive ETs and energies, because these different benevolent beings will fight against the malevolent beings. I'm saying this at 11:33. You know what I'm saying? Call upon these beings for real, bro, because they can actually stop the different rituals. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that I went out Friday the 13th and I went fucking hunting all around, like I was hunting all around my fucking town. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hunting some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So literally, the same way that I did that shit, you can call upon different beings who could do that also. Call upon the positive ETs and entities. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. They said also Overall, discovering yourself, knowing who you are, facing your shadow, and calling upon beings for the highest good. Developing rituals and routines to help you stay connected. Eventually branching off into larger scale assignments and missions. Opening portals, healing the earth, battling inside the astral, awakening others, and etc. So they said that right now is a bit time discovering yourself, knowing who you are, facing your shadows, and calling upon the highest beings of the highest good, right? Really, I actually made a video about your spiritual lineage, right? If you connect with that, right? If you connect with your spiritual lineage, right? You'll understand more about who you are and also different practices that help you stay in tune, right? You could also summon the beings which are aligned with your spiritual heritage and ancestry. You see what I'm trying to say? So with all that being said, right, they're talking about they're pretty much talking about discovering yourself and pretty much developing different systems for yourself to stay in tune. And then as you keep yourself in tune, you'll naturally expand into different things, such as doing different grid work. It could be helping different people, healing the earth, opening portals for ETs, whatever, right? So that's a big thing right now. Releasing all that old bullshit and finding out who we truly are at a deeper level, right? So that way we can actually do more to help the earth. Then the last thing they said was reclaiming the earth as our home. They said reclaiming the earth as our home, comma, as our eternal kingdom inside of Azerath. Taking control of the highest timelines by embodying the highest versions of ourselves. Those who don't will fall from their grace and be forced to either change or stay stagnant and keep living a cyclical way of life until great changing forces come. Separated and isolated to see who they are at first and how to truly change. By first changing their eternal states and then expressing those states outwardly, now matching the frequency to attract the highest good. So they're pretty much saying that we're reclaiming Earth as our home by embodying the highest timeline of Earth, by embodying our highest selves. Because understand this, if you embody your eternal spirit, you're literally embodying the part of yourself which would also exist inside of Azerath, aka 5D through 7D Earth inside the metaverse. You see what I'm trying to say? So with all that being said, right, some people are not going to want to do that, right? Because it's going to deal with giving up certain things. It's going to deal with accepting some new things, doing new routines. Some people are not going to want to accept that. And those who don't are going to fall. They're going to fall from their grace. Now, what does grace even mean? Let me look it up for y'all, right? Grace definition. It says simple elegance or refinement of movement. But they really mean this one right here. Courteous goodwill. So a lot of people, right, who are not fully tapping into themselves, right? Some of them still have grace from higher beings, right? Like there's certain higher beings, right, that may be helping these people get out of certain situations, even when they fuck up over and over again. But if people don't change, they will always have that same grace. It's not even like the people that help you are saying fuck you. It's more like because you keep on following this old shit, you keep on being more open to the fucked up beings and not the higher beings. So it's like they literally can't help you because you're not even in that frequency no more. You see what I'm saying? So those who don't align with their highest timeline, right, and those who don't truly release and tap into their highest self, they will go through a certain kind of fall. And things will not be as easy. I say easy or some lisp shit. Things will not be as easy for them. You know what I'm trying to say? Until they make greater change by facing their eternal self, they will constantly feel separated and isolated. Even people who are around other people will start to feel like they're isolated because it's like you'll be around people, but these aren't really your people for real. And you're going to feel kind of like, like I just still feel empty and isolated, right? So if you don't tap into your highest self, right, these different energies will take over you in a certain sense. They will make you fall. They will make you experience a lesser way of being. However, if you tap into your higher self and your highest timeline, you're going to overcome that bullshit and also see how that bullshit even benefits you due to the fact that if beings are constantly challenging your weak points, it makes you see your weak points, it makes you overcome that shit, become a better person. At this point, it's like, okay, thank you for making me stronger. You see what I'm trying to say? So overall, right, we are discovering who we are. We're discovering ourselves, knowing who we are, facing our shadows, and calling upon the highest beings for the highest good. We are reclaiming the earth as our home and as our eternal kingdom beside Azerath, right? So the way that you reclaim the earth is by really understanding, like, yo, nigga, I'm the guardian of the fucking earth, bro. Let me embody my highest self and not fall into that deceitful bullshit. Fuck all the propaganda. Fuck the gaslighting, nigga. I know what Earth can become, and I'm gonna fight for that shit. You know what I'm saying? We are really gonna be tapping into that energy over this week and the next couple of weeks too. The full moon's gonna help with that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for this video. I love you all. I'm gonna catch my next video. Like this video. Peace out.